is a glorious day out here today. It's going to be near 60, and then tomorrow it's going to be well into the 60s. Don's emptying the recycles for me, which mostly means empty cream bottles and empty cat food cans. Cream bottles and cat food cans. Well, he looks good. Don ended up putting the leprechaun over here because he's not in great shape anymore and he needs the pole. And then he put the bunny over here. We were going to do the other direction, but that wasn't going to work out good. Yeah. But thank you for putting them up. They look good.
Yeah, well, we got that one that was there was broken, so you got to find another one.
See, I might have another bunny or something upstairs. I'll look.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then there's always Walmart.
Oh, there's always Walmart.
or Amazon.
Right.
Hi, Stripe. Yeah, Easter's the 31st this year. So it's pretty close after St. Patrick's Day. So it's not the earliest it can be. I think it's 1 week late, one Sunday later than the absolute earliest. So that's why I have an eclectic mix of Easter and St. Patrick's Day. Hey, buddy, good morning. He got lots of head pats and attention yesterday as Don and I were going in and out of the house. Well, Don doesn't stop to pet him, but I stop to pet him every time. Hey, bud. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Panther. How are you? Oh, I hear the hawks. But it's way too late for them to be still working on nesting. They should have their nest built and have laid eggs. The hawks, is they only have one set of chicks a year. And it's a long process, well into June. So they're underway. I'm starting to see the leaves budding out, at least on this maple tree right here. There's a lot of red up there. Yeah. A couple blackbirds, ravens, crows. I don't know which they are. I never could figure that out. Guess they're not a blackbird. It's either a raven or a crow. Probably a crow. Oh, look. The bluebird is on top of the box. Way cool. First time I've seen them on that box this spring in the last like 3 weeks. Hi, Gray. Hello, hello. Hi, Sweet Pea. You got such a pretty view out your window today. It's such a nice day. Yeah. She'd be terrified, I think, if she left her room again. Especially outside with those boys, so we can be a little sad that she doesn't get to walk in the sunshine, but on the other hand, she's got a great window view and she's safe, so. I'm making bacon and a double batch of chaffles, and then a bacon and egg and cheese and onion sandwich. Is that a breakfast fit for a king or what? I said he must either be the world's best husband or I must be wanting to get a lot of projects in out of him today. I'm gonna miss you, but I'm gonna run to town by myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Doc, we already discussed this. I want him doing projects. I want him to finish up the Ethernet stuff.
Yeah, I have to cut 2 outlets for the Ethernet cables, low voltage outlets in the wall. One in Johnny's room and one in the den here. So that my girl can have her Ethernet cable and Johnny can have an Ethernet cable closer to his computer.
Yeah, or faster speed, or we're trying to get his computer to be...
Right, he's got Cat 5e cable run to his computer right now, and I'm installing Cat 6. So, you know, I have enough ports on my 1 gigabit router that he can get gigabit, but of course that the internet speed is what the internet speed is. But someday we're going to have fiber, and then everybody having Cat 6 and running at a gigabit will be a good thing.
Yeah, we started watching this guy, Dave's Garage YouTube channel over the last week. He has a thing for LEDs.
Yeah.
He says he's on the spectrum. He's apparently an old IBM mainframe guy.
Well, he worked for Microsoft, but yes, he
knows about
he
knows about IBM mainframes. Anyway, there's lots of things we have in common with him. Plus, he's the right age and all that good stuff.
That's right.
Yeah, he had a fiber. This is what made me think of him. He had a fiber debacle. It cost him some serious coin to try to get serious fiber at his house, so we can surely relate to they aren't ever coming across the street over here. But
yeah.
So anyway, I'm headed to Harris Teeter for a chicken and whatever else I need, and Home Depot for some more 1" by 1/8" white plastic long strip thing, so I can get more lights on top of more curio cabinets. We'll show you. We'll explain. We need something from Home Depot, so I'm going to Harris Teeter and Home Depot.
And I'm just going to be here, crawling underneath the house and doing those kind of things.
Well, he was going to do half of it today and come to town with me, and I'm like, don't torture yourself. Just stay home. Do it while you got your tools out. Do it all. Just get her done. Get her done. So, yeah, I hate that you have to, like, stop and start and your time. Yeah. But I'll be moaning when I have to walk into Harris Teeter by myself.
That's right.
Without you dropping me off at the entrance.
Poor thing.
For those of you wanting a spot update, he was here to eat last night, a whole 30 minutes up on the porch, thereabouts. So he's at least still coming that I see him every other day. I don't know why his and Gypsy's patterns have changed, but my cat's patterns, where they sleep, where they walk, they change too, so I don't know. I looked before I stopped here and Gypsy wasn't on the bridge or trying to approach the house. See, Spot comes across the creek and Gypsy comes across the bridge. Anyway, hopefully they'll both be by to eat today. That would be good. I've seen Home Depot stocked with more pallets than this for sure in the spring. I guess they're just getting started, but I was going to say the garden center's open and it's stocked with stuff, and there's a good people shopping at Home Depot at 1 o'clock, 1:30 on a Sunday afternoon. So pretty. Needs full sun though. That won't do in our yard. Got to at least be part shade. I tried to buy some more of the blue indoor-outdoor carpet and they're out of it today. So I took a picture. I'll call maybe sometime this week. We need to cover that one spool that's not covered out back. I got what I came for, which was this. We're going to call it molding lattice pieces. Since they're 8 foot, I'm not having to cut them, and also since it's plastic or vinyl, whatever you want to call it, it's flexible. So Dawn sent me with the stuff to snip it, but I don't need to. And I got this half off lemon cypress tree also, and I enjoyed walking around in there. Yeah, I didn't mind snipping it. There's just no reason to do that. Since I didn't come out with 12-foot pieces. Yeah, I guess what I learned is that look at the pictures, don't look at the actual pieces. There's so many that have curves or rounded spots or anything other than flat that you just waste your time. Feeling them's not effective. And there's so many to choose from, thicknesses and lengths and widths, and yeah. So once I started just focusing on the pictures, I found what I needed quicker. That was like $5 a piece, $4.84 for the 8-foot section. So would have liked to have bought a 12-foot section. One probably would have been good with a little to spare. The one curio cabinet, I think Dawn said we need 46 1/4 is the width of the cabinet. But I'm gonna have him do 2 curio cabinets, which I told him before I left, so. Anyway, I don't know if he'll have to use 1 per each cabinet and have a couple small pieces left over or what. Went into PetSmart, got 2 things of cat litter. Had to ask him to go get it out of the back again. I guess in all fairness, they don't have a lot of room on the shelf to put it. I saw a Cybertruck Hot Wheels out that I think is new. So I'm mostly coming in here to look at Hot Wheels and Matchbox and Lego and the garden center. I'm gonna have to try to get the cat with the astronaut mask on. Maybe without having to buy the whole set, although goodness knows I like the whole set just fine. This is the most wiped out it's been in 2 months. See, this is what it means. People just come and steal them. Okay, there's a couple of bunny heads. Either this one or this one. Probably gonna get the flowers to put up on the window. Actually, when I take everything else down, the shamrocks down, I'll put up flowers. Grogu still rules in all shapes and sizes. Alright, Harris Teeter, last stop. Well, after the dollar store. I parked on this side. It's a little less crazy. So I did end up getting a few more gel clings at the dollar store, and the chickens that I needed at Harris Teeter, and a steak to cook for dinner if we're hungry after that massive brunch that we had today.
I'm back in what we call the green room, which is Johnny's computer room or entertainment room. And that black cable is the Cat 6 cable I put in. I don't know when, but I put it in. That's what's actually running this room. I plugged into the second one, which this one was going back to the closet, and was working, but you can tell there's a pair out. 7 and 8, that light's not lighting up. That means that's not right. And plus on the other end, the green light flashes if there's something wrong. So anyway, that second pair, which isn't being used, but it is cabled up to the switch, that one is actually not a good pair. And so I'm going to go test now the bottom one, which is, again, these are the old 5Es. Of course, I got to go put the other end of the tester into that to double check it, but this middle one is bad. Obviously, the top one, which is the Cat 6, is blue. The connector is blue. It's kind of hard to see. It's Cat 6. It's working because all the computers back here are working. But what's wrong is, there's nothing wrong. It goes over to a router, and the router is only a 100. So that's why that cable is only doing 100 instead of a 1 gig. Of course, again, it doesn't really matter, but it would be sped up. So probably what I'm going to do is replace at least that bad cable with a Cat 6 cable at a minimum. And then depending on what I find on this third cable down there, I'll decide what to do with that. But I decided not to try to install a outlet over there, which is what Marianne wanted. And the reason is I can't move the couch. All the computer and stuff, I can't get over in that corner. It's just too much. And truthfully, this is only a couple feet more, and I was able to reach down and plug and unplug from without moving the couch. So I think this is just as accessible as that's going to be, because you're going to have to contort to get over in that corner. We've got a little bit too much stuff that we have to deal with. Okay, now I'm plugged into the other one, and of course, that outlet's bad too. It's pair 1 and 2 is not working, but the other ones are working. So the two bottom ones, the Cat 5E, I ran them, God, 20 years ago. There's something amiss with them. You know, they may have actually been working because Ethernet only uses 2 pair. Either uses the inside pair or the outside pair. And a lot of these routers are switched, you know, they're pretty smart. They help you deal with these cabling issues. So here's back in the closet where that comes in. The top one here is actually a phone jack, and then the two bottom ones, the middle and the bottom, are the Cat 5E that I installed all those years ago. But anyway, I'm just going to leave this. I'm going to put the phone line back in, and then I'm going to I'm just going to leave the Cat 5 cable. This is the cable that was plugged into it. I'm just going to leave that one. There's only one of them in use. And again, this cable is really not used. It's dead cable. And I will, the next time I open up the closet, I will fish this out. But there is one thing I'm going to have to do now. I've got to go up and find the other end of that Cat 6 cable and find out which one of those cables up there, because I don't recollect, is the one that is coming up. It's a little mind-boggling there that I can't remember. Okay, so here we go. You see that long white cable? That's the one that's going to Johnny's computer. The black cable that you only see a few inches of we're talking about all this is down on the carpet. That's the Cat 6 cable going to the router in this room, which is actually just acting like a switch. And then if you notice, there's this thing on the wall here. That's my energy monitor, which also plugs into the router in this room. So what's needed is the only computer in here that needs Cat 6 is the computer. Johnny's desktop computer. You can see the white wire there on top. Maybe it's really difficult to see, but that white wire is his Ethernet cable. It's the only thing in here he really cares that runs at that speed. That little Buffalo router back there, T-Link router back there, it's only gonna 10100, so it's only gonna run at 100. But right now his computer is going through that router, so he's not getting great speed. So I could technically take and try those two Cat 5 cables and plug them into this and get this working on one of those other ports, those old, even though each one has a bad pair, it probably would work. But at this point, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go on and run another Cat 6 cable back there. So one Cat 6 cable will come over to this, and the other one will go straight into his computer. And the slow stuff in this room will run at the speed of this TP-Link router here. And, 100 meg is fine. Okay, so I know everybody has their own wiring rat's nest, but this is mine. So this is my edge router. It's got dual WAN. One goes up to Starlink and one goes to the cable modem. This white carries, this basically the entire house's internet is carried on this white wire over to this gigabit switch. And then this gigabit switch via this cable right here, the gray one with the orange tag, feeds the other gigabit router, which is what most of the household stuff is coming through this wire right here into this gigabit. This goes to another gigabit switch. Okay, then this right here, this blue wire, one with the blue tag on it, goes to another gigabit PoE switch. So a 4 port PoE switch. This is where UBNT and the garage and this all the Ubiquiti access points come through this cable right here. Everything else, like Johnny's room back there, comes through this cable. This cable happens to go up here to the closet computer, and this cable right here goes to the this white cable here is flat. That's Marianne's cable over by her love seat. This is one of the cables that's going to get replaced today with a port in the wall. This one goes to the just 100 8 port 100 bit router. So this is where all the slow stuff comes through. This is Marianne's dedicated cable. This is the closet computer. This is all the other stuff that's hooked to a T100, like the Sony Bravia TV goes through this one. And then this one right here is the PoE, and this is the main to the house. So I said all that out loud so that I would remember. So I've got 2 gigabit ports available. One of them is going to go back to Johnny's computer.
And then is the one he's currently using, the Cat 6 gigabit that goes to that TP-Link router. It's just going to stay the same. So I'm just going to add him a new cable and plug it in right there. And I've got the cable. Last week I ran it. I just got to put an end on it.
I'm home.
Yeah, sweet pea.
Well, we didn't walk today, but I did walk into Home Depot from the Tesla Ruby parking spot, into PetSmart, into Walmart, and into Harris Teeter, the dollar store.
Wow.
So that was 4 in and outs as far as I could park at each location. So
Oh, that's good.
I got a little bit of exercise. I know Rosie's been going off. You've been back and forth to the garage. You've been getting plenty of steps.
Plenty of steps, yeah. Well, Johnny's thing is the cable, the outlets in. I'm gonna hook up this end down here and put his room back together. I don't know yet about yours yet. Yours is actually going to be kind of difficult because there's just so much stuff down there. The air handler, the air return, the dryer vent, the drain for the dryer. There's a lot of things in that center wall there. And so I'll have to be very careful snaking the wire up through the wall.
So last I left off, I was on step 73, and I am 2 of these green, olive green bricks short. 2 of the one long short. There's one goes here and one goes here, so I'm going to go look in one possible place that I might have that. I got good news for you.
What's that?
Johnny's new cable works with my MacBook, and Johnny's old cable still works with my MacBook.
That's right. Yeah.
The old cable's plugged into PhotoMom?
The old cable is plugged into R2D2.
Okay.
Then R2D2 is plugged into the closet.
Okay, but now he's plugged into the closet directly.
The computer is plugged directly into
The closet.
the 1 gig switch in the closet.
Okay.
That's right. The fastest thing we've got, he is hooked to it.
All right.
Your MacBook on that white cable and Johnny's computer, desktop computer.
We can duke it out.
You all get all of it, and then everybody else shares one little cable.
Okay.
So
we had a momentary scare. Dot had accidentally powered off the router.
yeah.
Go test, kitten. Donnie, it's not working. But that was the best case scenario.
Yeah, well,
We have an easy switch to reach up there, and it can be bumped. It can be bumped.
Bumping around in the closet.
Well, it's not like the closet's big. There, so we have lights on top of that curio cabinet now. It's the same string and the same red color, as best as I know, as the other one. So, does it look maybe a smidge different? It might, but it's... So that's that white strip I got today. Don mounted the LEDs to it, and there's just 2 small pieces of adhesive on the strip so it won't accidentally fall off the top, but nothing that would be a mess if we ever really wanted it off of there, which I won't. But so I guess the hue looks a smidge different, and I can't tell if that's distance from the wall or... But I can come and futz with the remote control, maybe make it a little darker versus lighter, a little less orange, a little more red. Yeah, I reduced the brightness down a bit. Well, the camera did that auto lighting thing, but you'll just have to take my word for it. After reducing the brightness on the new one, that the color looks very much the same now. So the most exciting thing about what I did today is I got some of the Chinese decorations on. I used the first stickers, although the noodle shop comes with 2 and technically I need 3. I got my first person eating at the noodle shop. I'm still missing 4 of these olive bricks, the little 1x1 guys. And I put in a tan over here just so I could finish this corner. But here, 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 and here. And they're already ordered. I really was hoping I could find them. And Then I started putting the foundation over here. It actually had me, this is probably going to get finished when the second floor like comes across or something. Anyway, this part they really didn't finish for now. So it has me over here working. And I'm going to stop to cook our dinner. We're going to try to watch Oppenheimer tonight. We need to not start that too late. So yeah, I'm stopping for now.